Afternoon, everybody. I know some of you are still eating, so stay seated for a minute. And I need to buy some time because Bob Cannon just got served and he's our speaker today, so we need to get him to finish his meal before it's time for him to stand up and talk to us. But with that said, everybody swallow your mouthful now. Okay, let's go ahead and let's everyone stand. Your Rotary motto. Turn to the flag and say our pledge, please. Pledge, please. Jim?
We go in prayer or meditation as I say, bless this food to our use, and us to thy service. Amen.
Amen. And do we have a song today?
Yes, 19, page 19, bottom of it, this land is your land. Even though you're in a musical thing. Yes, ready, go.
Whoa. Let's go down again, folks. This land is your land, land is mine. California, just New York. This land, as I went walking back to the highway, I saw the tree. I saw the holy that we this life was I look for God to the New York
First thing today, not everybody drinks this song. So Bill, I appreciate the effort. And, next time we make Paul do it. With that said, I have a couple of announcements for us today. So Bob taking time eating, but we are here for Bob Panic. Is our guest speaker today, so he's a little late getting the food, and then he'll yeah, on some things related to town. Let's see where I have the cards. Did we do the distribution of the cards? Everybody have a chance to buy the cards? Here's your last go around. We did not chance to buy a Queen of Hearts cards today. Okay. Hand over the pot of money to Paul and we run through our accounting course as our treasurer again. Who has the high card today?
Hurricanes. Go ahead.
Heart. We also have a heart. Heart.
Diamond, we got an ace of diamond. Hearts is hard.
I know we have a big. Okay. Give our big winner.
I'll get that money back.
Well, Paul, you do it on finance. We'll let you know what your plot is today. You just pick out of our whole. Rose, he took the ace of clubs.
Yeah, that's right.
Not our Queen of Hearts, so we are all still alive and on our feet.
Thank
Rose. Paul, how much is filled in today?
Betty is $29 here. I think we have $35 in the collection today.
I would say that 32 Bill would get two.
I.
$35.
All right. So let's see, $9.
Thank you.
So Bill, you get $9. Are you keeping it?
I'm gonna keep that.
You're not donating it back to the club like you were able
Big money. Would you apply it to my fine?
For Jim's fine.
Last week.
Oh, you might not get it off the record.
I appreciate it, Judge.
Okay, couple quick announcements to make. Last week, we announced that we were seeking some kids to go to Ryla, because we had none signed up. And I love this club for so many reasons, and this is one of them. We now have a plethora of students, and we're actually now going to send 6 students to Ryla.
Thanks for the.
Yes, thank you, Betty. You were a camp in this, absolutely. And just so the club knows, we typically only budget for 4 students to go. I've already said yes, we're gonna send 6, so we'll be making that change in our budget to the board. But that's just phenomenal. I guess I throw it out. I hope potentially those 6 students might be funnels into the boys state, girls state events as well, Bill. Maybe I'd ask you that question.
Well, they have to be rising seniors. So I don't know how many will be that.
So, Betty, since you're so good at this, Bill, if you would talk to us about boys state and girls state and what that program is, because we try and sponsor attendees into those programs as well for leadership.
The boy state and girl state is a week-long program. So the boy state's at Radford and girl state's at Hollywood. They'll both do the same thing, same time. It's always start on Father's Day every year. And they teach local and state government. And you have fictitious parties, nationalist, federalists, and you have cities, and you elect mayors, governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general, and caucus, and everything is based on the Virginia state. It's wonderful. And like I mentioned here, boys, you graduate from Boy State and you want to go to Hampton Sydney, it's $100,000 scholarship. 4 years.
So we're always looking for candidates for that. There are some criteria to be considered for
Yeah,
that.
so I've talked to Northampton, I've talked with the whole junior class there. So, and Broadwater's never.
So we definitely would like to, because we budget funds within our Rotary budget to sponsor students into that program. We really like the candidates to go to it. Because we didn't send any boys last year, probably had girls last year.
Yeah, we did. It's 4 girls quit.
Okay, so we really would like to get candidates to fill all those spots for us.
That gonna be in April, May 10th?
No, I said Father's Day.
June. This is 1 week over the summer, the start of the summer season. Yeah. We also, in the board, we had talked about some of our programs that we typically do. We hadn't seen action yet this year. One of those is the dictionary project. We typically hand out dictionaries to all 3rd graders, in Chicopee and at Broadwater. I talked to Tom Donnelly, who has been our champion of the program in the past. He did find, some surplus dictionaries from last year that were handed out. I've got a call into the school right now to get a head count, both schools to get a head count of 3rd graders and when we can,
Just to be sure.
yes,
You said Broadwater.
sorry, I meant the one in town, whatever that one's called. I'm coming off of a 4-day migraine. You're lucky I'm staying over today. That's a little bit sad. So yes, I'm trying to get a head count of how many dictionaries you need in total. So as soon as I have that, and I know a time frame when they would like us to come and do this project and distribute these to the classes, we will put that on our calendars, and again, we'll need some volunteers to help us. We put stickers, I believe, in each of these that says that this is owned by, with a place for them to fill in their own name, and it has the Rotary logo on that, so we'll get those printed as well. So we're gonna help getting the stickers put in each of the dictionaries and then delivered to the schools and handed out to schools. So if you feel like maybe you don't always have a way to volunteer in any of our projects, this is one that might be for you. Keep it in mind. As soon as I get it booked, let me know that you can attend. So for those that may not be able to do some of the more physical of our service projects, this could be right up your alley. With that said, I have no other announcements for myself. Do any other members have announcements for the club at large? Missed a project or anything we're supposed to be doing so far? No.
Excellent. You still need help, Joan? I have 4 members on the art walk team. So thank you very much. I think we're good.
Okay.
We might be volunteers the night of Saturday of the art walk.
Good security.
And he's supposed to be security between 4 p.m. Saturday and 8 a.m. Sunday morning. Because some of their stuff there, so we have a roving citizens every 4-hour shift.
Happy dollars now. Do you have any happy folks from Paris today? Family.
Not a happy dollar. I just have one complaint.
Happy dollar.
One complaint. On our crab cake. There was 4 shells in my crab cake.
That wasn't enough.
But that's the first time ever that I've had shells in my crab cake, so maybe we should tighten up on some.
Where do you work?
Huh? I wasn't there that day.
That is well noted. Good thing, Bob, good thing that it was a John Burris that suggested we already raised the price. It sounds like that's an equal and appropriate response at this point. Any other actual happy dollars?
I have a call in from Bill Murphy.
Oh, Bill.
What?
Call in. Call.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
You know, Murphy's can't net things out. I would appreciate it if you would pledge 20 happy dollars for me in honor of my grandson in the Marines stationed in Washington. He was selected to be part of the honor guard participating in President Carter's funeral services in Georgia. It's Murphy. He was there for a week during the services at the Carter Center, and then the final services when he returned to Georgia. We were so proud of him and honored that he was able to help represent the Marines at President Carter's funeral. Good night.
Thank you, Bill. And you're not even here.
You know, man, whenever we get ready to pass out the books, he will make special trips to come home.
Did he really?
Yes, he did.
See, I don't know to believe you or if you're lying. I know. Oh, you have that devious face about you. So thank Bill for keeping in touch with our club all the time and thank you for the happy dollars. So
And you'll see the Jones.
Jones.
$5 because the wedding from that is good this weekend.
Wow. What are you doing?
Bring a farm bill. I just want leadership.
See, and I should have mentioned that too. I talked to you guys last week as well about the Rotary Institute, and we had several takers who, with enthusiasm, have signed up and will be attending the programs through the Rotary Institute. So I thank you for doing that as well. And again, if anybody else is interested,
What you done?
$5 is happy. We appreciate that. Anyone else happy? If not, I'm gonna turn our speaker loose on you, Bob Panic. I think he's now fed.
Okay, Joey. Thank you.
And thank Bill for here.
Like,
I find,
Sheriff Dowling says, I'm like a dog in a bone.
yeah, I had another analogy, but I'm not gonna play that. But we finally got it. So Bill asked me to talk about some of the projects, capital projects that are happening in East Charles. So I wanted to give you a kind of a quick rundown. And I'm gonna focus on maybe four things. There's a lot of other things going on, but four things. The harbor, town harbor, liquor supply, the library building, and then the town hall, a subject that is very dear to Katie's heart. So if you're familiar with the town harbor, we have two areas there. There's an inner harbor that's mainly commercial use, and then an outer harbor, the floating docks, it's mainly pleasure boats, dredges. And the inner harbor has been in operation for over 20 years. The bulkhead around the inner harbor was really beat up. And in fact, some of the piles there started out as 12-inch piles, and from the side to docking of commercial vessels, some of them were about 8 inches. And that's how much was blown away. And most of them cracked. And basically, the bulkhead was in danger at some point of an acute collapse. So the town has been putting significant money in rebuilding that bulkhead. We completed the first two phases last year, and the third phase will be done, hopefully starting next week, when the contracts will show up. So that's a major investment in harbor to keep the infrastructure up to par. You'll also see the start of reconstruction of the boardwalk between the bathhouse and the channels. That's been in place for about 10 years or so. It wasn't done in the best manner, and it's falling apart. So that's going to be reconstructed. So it is a indication of the town council's view. The harbor is an important asset to the town, and we've got to get it back up to snuff. We've brought management back in the house. It was contracted out for years. Didn't work out very much. Town harbor. Water supply. And you're probably saying, what the heck is he talking about water supply for? Didn't they sell the water utilities to private companies? And we did. But as part of that sale, we always knew that we had to connect 2 additional wells, provide adequate supply during tour season. 2 years ago, last time I had data on it, we came within 15,000 gallons of maximum supply on water. I don't know what happened last year, because we didn't own the utility last year, but they were working 24/7 for a week straight to get the tank full. So, as part of the deal, we turned over to Virginia American Water all the plants, running pipelines from 2 wells off of Old Cape Charles Road, actually between Old Cape Charles Road and Cassat Parkway. And we're going to connect it to the plant. It's already put it out to bid, and that will be done. Their target date to have that done is Memorial Day. So just before the summer season starts. And that'll get us, depending on growth, that'll get us another probably 10 years down the road. And then we're going to have to find more wells and connect them. As part of that project, the town designed a return potable water line from the plant to the well site. And we did that because the land around that well site is zone multifamily. Well, I guess a form of multifamily. And has been targeted for workforce housing development. And we know that we are dying here for lack of people, places for people to stay. So we have some developers interested in workforce housing, building workforce housing. But the two tough requirements, very expensive requirements, they have to have central water and sewer. You can't do it without wells, you can't do it with septic fields. So we're putting in a 12-inch water pipe going back to that property. Town council has committed to do that. Town's paying for it, so almost $500,000 to do that. We have no idea what Virginia American is spending to connect the wells and plant, but I'm sure it's over $1 million. So they have, they bid the project, and as soon as the council takes formal action, I guess the February meeting to approve the amended budget, Virginia American will award the contract, and we will have water available for workforce housing.
So that pipe is serving both, it's feeding two pipes. Oh, the two pipes.
Oh, yeah, you got, you can't put, yeah, two pipes.
You got the sewer.
No, that's a very good question. That's the other problem. And the town is working with the county and some prospective developers on how that might be financed. It's an expensive project, probably $1.5 million, maybe $2 million these days. And let's roll it out.
President.
We are hoping that the county steps up to the plate in some fashion and helps with financing of the sewer line, since the town has already thrown in $500,000 in the pot. Bill?
Wouldn't a developer normally, do that?
Yes, and that's the problem. Under our ordinances, that's normally the developer's responsibility. But it's a mile run. And that's tough for a developer to put that bill and advertise that in the project that's targeted for not low income, but moderate income people.
So do we have developers lined up waiting for that?
There are developers interested, yes. And one actually owns a large parcel of land. But that is. Yes,
Okay, I just want to understand the location. I don't live directly to Chickasaw. Okay. Talking about the land, like the open land there, the harbor.
no. This land is, you go on Old Cape Charles Road, that's Bay Creek. Okay, and nowhere, there are, I think, 3 quadplexes built on the left. It's behind that, between that development and the new road coming in, South Parkway.
All right.
And slice there,
Okay.
so that's, and there are 2 parcels there, and we have, there's interest in both parcels. Yeah. Sure, yes.
You mentioned that the new buildings, residences would be targeted for workforce. Is there a mechanism to ensure that those properties don't become flippable and people out?
There's always you can do that. You can do that in a deed restriction.
Just to chime in on this, we wouldn't, right now, one of the parcels, we've already prohibited STRs from being on short-term rental, being part of that. Just to candidly put it out there on the one parcel that we have already rezoned. We have indicated, yes, workforce housing, there are some median income stipulations. I don't want anybody to think this is like a $400, $600 a month rental. It's within what is our median income for this area, and that can be up to $1,000 for a rental unit. But there would also be the capability of some of those to be higher priced. It would be 100% in that category, but a significant component of the housing
would be for workforce housing. And
One of the problems that, I don't know if anybody's tried to build anything around here lately. Okay, but one of the problems that a developer has is the cost of building. And, just to give you an example, over a year ago, we put out for bid a 1,300 square foot accommodation visitor center and public restroom, so 1,300 square foot. We got one bid, $1.9 million for 1,300 square feet. And I mean, it's out in right outside town, Tower Hill, they're selling small 2-bedroom homes for over $500,000, they're probably $600,000 now. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So somebody that wants to build workforce housing can't get the return on investment exclusively workforce housing with the cost of building. So they have to do a mix of market rate and workforce housing, which is good because it provides more diversity and that type of thing. So we're just living in tough times to build around here. Very, very difficult times. So anyway, we're not building that, but we hope to partner with the developer, and the town council is putting money in to supply the water. The library building, you know, everybody knows where the library building is. King Charles, beautiful building. Many of you probably don't know there's a 3rd floor on that building and a front mezzanine, 2nd floor mezzanine level, roughly 3,000 square feet. When we bought that building from the and surrounding property from Bank of America in 2012, that had been completely gutted. It's unconditioned space, nothing out there, a bunch of old offices. And that's been something that the council and the town staff have been wrestling with for years. What are we going to do with that? At some point, comes liability if you have space just sitting there, unconditioned, not heated, not cooled for years. So about a year ago, we put out a request for proposals for redevelopment of the building. And we had, the council has approved the deal where we are going to sell the property to a developer. He's going to turn the upper floor into a residence. And it's going to be converted into a condominium association, and the town is going to retain ownership of the 1st floor library. So we're going to be a condominium owner. We haven't owned condominium before, but now we're going to be a condominium owner. And we're going to get a complete 3rd floor rebuild for his private use, and it'll go on the tax rolls. It will make money. So that deal, yes. You're gonna raise, you already raised your finger. What? Go.
the library, part of the library is back 2nd floor mezzanine. And the front 2nd floor mezzanine is access to the 3rd floor.
Right.
Is the library keep the back
Yes.
2nd floor that's already part?
Yes, that's all internal to the library space. So the 1st floor. You got your friends in the library. So that 2nd floor, the rear mezzanine stays part of the library. Dora.
I remember, the day we bought it, and we were really excited because of the lots in the back. Are those now, have they been sold? Are they being?
They are not. As part of the proposal process, we offered those to a developer saying, give us your ideas. The council didn't like the ideas for those lots. But Dora's asking about the property came with 2 undeveloped lots on Randolph Avenue, directly behind the building. So we split that out of the deal. And they are still undeveloped lots. The town council did, though, rezone them. They were originally zoned commercial. And they rezoned them to R1, to residential. So that was actually a good thing as part of the process that it brought to their attention that, hey, maybe you don't want commercial development there. And they went ahead and rezoned them. The other thing is, let me finish one thing and then I'll get back. The other thing is part of the deal. We had done a facilities evaluation on all town facilities. Library came up short in quite a few areas. And it needs some attention. There's some issues in the basement that need to be fixed. There's a little cold stone in the back that's been leaking for years. And we have some issues down there, some other issues in the building. And as part of the deal, the developer is going to take care of that for the town. Not for free, we're going to pay for it. So we got a deal to get it done. Yes.
Two questions. Number one is the alleyway behind the library was used when Kelly's Internet published there for back container. Is that still one case? The second question.
Okay. So, okay, let me address that. Okay, that's not actually an alleyway there. The actual planned alleyway comes in from Randolph Avenue and makes a hard turn to the east. That used oil container was actually sitting on town property. Whether it was sitting on town property or an alley, it shouldn't have been the alley either. It's gone, and it's not coming back. So,
My second question has to do with town has a lot of alleyway and town, I think, had an alleyway that was between Mason and Randolph,
okay.
Pine and Carter. Pine and, I'm sorry, Strawberry,
I'm in Strawberry.
behind Watson, what used to be Watson. And that was approached upon years and years ago. Is that going to be addressed to your knowledge?
That alley still exists.
Pardon?
That alley exists. That's the alley I was referring to. It comes in from Randolph. Makes a left. But and it doesn't go down as far as Watson. It only goes down 2 properties. It goes down to the end of 209 Mason, below yours. And it's only 9 feet wide. The alley coming in from Randolph is 8 feet wide.
And at one point it was a town alley, I guess that's gone.
It is an alley. It's a public alley.
The entire.
No. Sorry.
With my.
But as part of the deal, what we're doing is we're extending that alleyway to the west to Pine Street. So hopefully we'll have that reported this week, and there will be access from Pine Street, that alleyway. Right.
Why?
To provide better access, it's very, very difficult, also for emergency vehicles, very difficult to come down a Euclid Alley from Randolph and then make a 90-degree turn. It's literally platting in a 90-degree turn. So that's been something that's been on the town's radar for years, and try to improve access to that area. There are commercial properties there too that need access.
So the new alley will be how?
10 feet. And it will connect directly with the market, no turns. So, we're trying to accommodate things and improve things as we go along. Library, I didn't think there would be so many questions about the library. But that's good. Town hall. So I think you all know that the town engaged an architectural firm to look at the space needs of the town. And we have actually designed and engineered a new town hall. It's a 15,000 square foot facility, would include new council chambers, which, as you know now, are over at the Civic Center, the old library, the old church. That's a very small building. It does get crowded in there when we have a hot topic that people want to discuss. It would also include a 2-bay garage for the police force. Right now, guys have to do something with their vehicles, they're outside working on it. So we wanted to provide a space that they can work on the vehicles. That was originally planned, it's completely designed. It was originally planned to be sited. Do you know where the Rosenwald School is? Obviously you do, you guys raised money for them. So between Rosenwald School and the radio tower on Cassette Parkway, the town owns the property there, 2 acres, and it was going to be there. The town council is in the process of acquiring a new site for that town hall. Can't tell you where it is right now because of that. The deal's not done, but it would be, I'd say, much more convenient, and it would be a lot cheaper to develop. The original site requires a tremendous amount of site work, clearing, running water and sewer, stormwater management, parking lots, paving. We estimate we could save $500,000 to $600,000 in site development work by putting on a new site. So you'll be hearing more about that soon, probably in the next 2 months, when the deal gets done, and then we will be putting that project out for bid. We're going to combine that project with that visitor center restroom project that I spoke about earlier, and hopefully that'll provide a more attractive package for a contractor to bid and spread his overhead costs over 2 projects. So that's kind of the next big thing. And hopefully we'll get it done because the building we're in now, just, you've not been in there, I invite you to come in. Katie will take you for a tour. It's terrible, it's really terrible. I hope OSHA doesn't come by. Bill.
So just a clarification, sort of welcome center would be in the original location that it was.
Yes, yes, welcome center's not moving. If you, is everybody familiar with that location? So do you know where the train car is, Main Street and stuff? Yeah, so it's just east of the train car, right off the parking lot there. That's gonna be on property, that is leased from the railroad. So that would be the same place. Other quick, Bill.
2 words on the old railroad yard.
What's the status? What is it?
I don't know.
Gonna be something.
I don't know.
2 words, thank you.
Huh?
Thank you.
My understanding is that it's Little Creek and Orange County. And that's the owners. Okay, that's what they're concentrating. They're not concentrating in just 40 acres. Yeah.
The railroad wants to sell the property. They had a long slog through clearing title. Some of the property had reversionary clauses in it that if it ceased being used for a railroad, blah, blah, blah. So they had to work through all that. There's another issue right now that has not been cleared. This is public knowledge, I can tell you this. There is a lien, the state actually has a lien on the property. That years ago, I was talking, I don't know, 30, 40 years ago, the railroad borrowed money from the state. They have a lien on the property, there's no record of it being paid back. So they're working through that. This is little problem in record keeping.
Or it's not in our life.
Yeah, so they gotta work through that. And it's being actively addressed. Once that gets cleared, I think you'll probably see some fairly active interest in on the part of developers to buy all or chunks of that property. I think that's fair. So, but don't hold your breath. Anytime you try to deal with an issue like that, somebody's gonna be looking for a pound of flesh in return. So we just have to find out who's gonna give the flesh. Other questions? That's about it. We've got, Joe.
You probably, I don't know if you'll be interested, it's another townhome time lot on the corner of Stone Road and Fifth Street.
We do.
What is?
We also own the lot across the street where new routines are.
I understand this. What, does the town have any public plans for that? Why didn't they consider building, hall on that?
Well, it's not big enough. And well, it's not big enough. Yes. I mean, you do for the, I think it's 7 lots, actually. I don't think it's 9. I think it's 7, something like that. But, for what we need to build for adequate parking and that, we need pretty much a 2-acre site. To get away with a little bit less, but maybe 1.5 acres. But 7 lots isn't big enough. I mean, there are other options. You could split apart pieces and that type of thing. But that's the reason that site wasn't considered.
Are there any plans for those? 7,
No,
9 property?
when the town acquired it, the idea was to have a pleasant little bit. Yeah, I don't think at this point that treatment is. Okay. Okay.
Any other questions?
Great job.
All right.
Thank you, Bob. Here, so we've actually booked John Hosey, who will be departing as our town manager. He's retiring this year. I think we've got him on the calendar for mid-April. So you'll have another chance to talk about town business to another town official. For those who haven't heard, we've announced that we've hired, the town has now hired a replacement town manager to replace Mr. Hosey at his retirement. Rick. Perogian, I couldn't pronounce it very well, like Perogian. Okay, has been hired. He'll be starting around April 15th, and so we will eventually get him booked in as a speaker to Rotary. Unless he's got his feet a little bit wet, just a little bit. So, with that said, I'm going to have us all stand and say the things that we think, say, and do as Rotarians. Number 1. Oh, sir. We have fun. Good thing. Everybody have a great day.